Hi guys, how are you? Jason West here. Lovely to see you all coming on. Hi Dawn, Kalina, Karina, how you doing? Ooh, lots of people coming on now. Guys, if you can hear me and you can see me and you can see the slides, please just say hi. Say hi in chat. Chat should be down the bottom right-hand side. If you can just say hi in there, that would be fantastic. Just so that I know that everything's working okay and that everyone can hear and see. Because there is nothing worse than doing a webinar and then finding out that actually no one can hear a word you're saying and you're about 20 minutes in. Hi, Trisha. How you doing? Alan? Brilliant. We had a bit of a nightmare on a webinar we did last night. I'm hoping that, fingers crossed, everything will be okay on this one. I've done everything in my power to make sure that it's going to work okay. So all you need to do, guys, is to try and do your bit. And that is a few things that I recommend doing. Let me just move on to the other slide here. So first thing is to switch off your phone, unless, of course, you're watching this on the actual phone, and don't do that because I'll be gone. But if you are able to just switch your phone off, leave it to one side, you know what it's like, constant messages, constant notifications, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, you know, boom, 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 boom. And you need to be able to focus on this to get the most out of it. And then for the webinar point of view, the actual software that's powering this, it's always best to close off other browser tabs that you've got and just leave this one open, because then it just makes everything work a lot better. And if anybody's got anything downloading in your house, tell them to stop. So Netflix, get rid of it. Anyone on the old Xbox upstairs, they're going to have to take a break from playing Fortnite because we need all the bandwidth for this. Great. Okay. Another thing, guys, is to grab a pen and paper because I am going to go through a ton of really useful stuff to help you get more bookings tonight. But I've only got a certain amount of time, so I'm going to cram it in. And also, if you've got any questions, a lot of you have now already said hi and introduced yourself in chat. I can see all your messages coming through, so please do say hello. It's nice to see who's on and awake and listening. And send through your questions, and I'll be very happy to answer them for you at the end of the webinar. So brilliant. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch off my camera. I'm still here so that I can give everything to the main presentation, and all the bandwidth goes to that. So here we go. Right. Ting. Okay, so a real quick bit about me in case you've never heard of me before in your life, which is entirely possible. But let me tell you a bit about me and why I might be a good person to help you tonight. So first of all, I'm a former Royal Engineer. Not that will help you get more bookings, but an interesting previous fact. And then also a property investor and landlord, probably like a lot of you already. And I'm involved with commercial and residential property. My brand for serviced accommodation is Home Apartments. And I've spent 18 years marketing online and selling millions of pounds worth of different physical and digital products, which I didn't really think about. But when I came to do serviced accommodation, of course, those skills are very, very handy because so much of what we do is about marketing the actual apartments online. You know, there are some offline things as well, and I might share a few of those with you tonight, but a lot of it is online. So this comes in really, really handy. And of course, I was able to put a lot of my skills to use when I started doing serviced accommodation. And I'm going to share a few of those with you tonight so that you can get involved and you can start using them too. Now, I've got a great free gift for you tonight as well. Anybody who just stays till the end of the webinar, not that that should be a punishment, guys, not that you should need a reward to learn how to get more bookings to your own properties. But here's the thing. I am going to give you a list, the ultimate list, in fact, of all the places that you can advertise your serviced apartments online. It took forever to be able to do this. And it's all there for you in a spreadsheet, every detail about the website, the contact information, the rules and regulations, as it were, for selling or putting your apartments on that property. That is going to be yours. I'll make it appear in the webinar software and you can just press the down button. Okay. Hi there, Enrico, Lenka. How you doing? Welcome. So what is the problem? What is even the point of this webinar tonight? Well, I know that some people are suffering with this in the service accommodation industry and even the hotel industry, but I'm focused on service accommodation. Not getting enough bookings. And you know what? It kills your profits. And it causes a hell of a lot of stress and financial worry. Nobody wants to be looking at an empty apartment all month. You know what I mean? It is a total nightmare looking at those figures and just seeing an empty calendar. I have been there. I know what it's like. And especially if you've just opened up and you're maybe doing this on a rent-to-rent basis, or even it's your own place and you had it rented out lovely, and then you switch to serviced accommodation, and then suddenly you're like, oh my God, we're not getting any bookings. So the worst case scenario, of course, is that you may end up having to actually pay out money out of your own pocket because the bookings are not generating the cash to be able to fill it up. And really, you should be able to make a really, really good profit. You know, one of my apartments the other month made £2,000 net. So that's what you should be doing. You should be benefiting from great profit per apartment, not always and not every month. However, we can do an awful lot to make sure that we average out to a very good level. And the whole problem of this with having low bookings, just not enough, is that it strips the excitement out of it. It strips the enjoyment out of this business, and you just starting to worry. And worry is not a good thing for your health, and it's not a good thing, you know, for your business. And also, if you're feeling like that and your apartments are empty, the last thing you're going to want to do is to expand and get more. So that is the problem. That is what a lot of people are going through. Welcome, Alex. Okay, so here's what happened to me. I started off like this on the left-hand side, empty calendar. Well, not totally empty. As you can see there, I have got a couple of bookings, but it's not exactly setting the world on fire and probably not even making enough to cover the actual costs. So through my digital marketing, through doing the right things, through working smart, not hard, I managed to very, very quickly turn that around to getting £100,000 in bookings in a matter of months. And that was actually taking on one apartment at a time too. So it wasn't like I just suddenly got a load and then it was happy days. I was taking them on, you know, one a month-ish, and was able to build that up to the point where I rapidly had £100,000. And the calendar started to look a lot prettier. As you can see there, it looks fantastic. So now how can you do the same? Well, let's start going through this now, because this is a serious thing you need to start doing. And secret number one is all about the need to collect the email address of every guest or even potential guest that comes across your website or through your channel manager or anywhere else you can get it, because that is going to be one of your secret weapons. So why are emails so important? Well, for one thing, guys, it's how I told you about this webinar. That's how I communicated with you about everything tonight. So you can see for yourself how, you know, email is far from dead. It is still in use and still very much an important part of any business. So you can continue to market to people when you have their email address for years, potentially, and get direct commission-free bookings. And that's the ultimate goal, of course, is not to give all of our money, you know, to Booking.com, Airbnb, Expedia, and TripAdvisor. We want to, you know, be able to get some commission-free bookings for ourselves too. And also, once you've got their email, you can then start getting them to like you on Facebook, like your apartment brand on Facebook, connect with you on LinkedIn, you know, respond to you on Twitter and follow you on Twitter. So you can actually build your own marketing machine. Okay, that's the whole goal that you're trying to do here. You're trying to get as many people as you can to be able to communicate with them via any method, be that email, Facebook, and so on demand, rather than having to rely on other companies to supply you with bookings in amongst the deluge of competition. And then once you've got their emails as well, you can also very cleverly put Facebook ads in front of them to drive them back to your website to go and book direct with you. So there's a heck of a lot you can do with this once you've got them. You just need to know how. And that's what I'm going to run with you tonight. So, but what about GDPR? Thank God it's calmed down a little bit now, because I'm sure you remember back a few months ago, it was insane. and every other email was about GDPR, but it's not the end of the world. I mean, depending on how far poor old Mrs. May gets with Brexit, it won't even be relevant to a lot of people if you're dealing with just the UK market. But as you probably know, this is all to do with Europe and the EU and their rules. And you may well have European guests staying in your properties. So it's important to know a little bit about it. But it's very simple to do. You know, you need to add to your privacy policy that occasional promotional emails could be sent. Now, with regards to their personal data, you yourself are not going to be storing it. You're not going to be keeping it on your hard drive on your computer and then have to worry about PCI compliance and all this other crazy data protection. This data is going to be stored in other online software, such as Tokeet, such as MailerLite, that I'm going to tell you about in a little while. So don't stress too much about all this GDPR. Trust me, you know, I send out probably in excess of 120,000 emails a month and have no issues whatsoever. And they can opt out anytime anyway, or request to be completely deleted from your online marketing database. So there's no problems there at all. You also have the option, if you want to, of when they opt in to receive information from you, they can do what's called a double opt-in, which means they'll opt in, then they'll get another email where they have to press a link in there in order for them to be able to actually get the email. So it really does prove that they're happy with you to send them email. So don't stress, keep calm and comply with GDPR. So the good stuff, obtaining emails via channel manager. So this is one thing that you need to start doing right now. You can send an automated email, as you probably already know, if you've used Tokeet, Kigo, Avivo, they all pretty much do it. I'm trying to think of the other one now. There's another really good one that I quite like. Probably come back to me in a little while, but they all have the ability to send emails to your bookers, okay, messages through them. And at that time, it's a very good idea to include in one of your emails that you'd like to request their email address for the purpose of sending them information about their booking and the possible other future promotions that they can opt out of at any time. So you can say that in there, no problem. Now, most people, I mean, a vast majority, because I've tested this extensively, will happily give you their email address. So there's no problem there. The other option of getting emails from people is if perhaps maybe they didn't give it to you. When they go into your apartment, if you have a You're Welcome tablet, I'm not sure if any of you have ever heard of that, or some of you will use them, but the You're Welcome tablets, they also have the ability to obtain email addresses from people who check in. And there is a box in there for them to tick to be able to receive deals, offers and promotions and so on. And also, if you can't get them through those methods, then you can also just plain ask for it over the phone. You know, hi there, you know, Mrs. Thomas. This is David here from Home Apartments. I just wondered if it would be okay if we had your name and email address, your email address, so we can put it into our database, send you some fantastic promotions. And also, in case there's a problem with your booking, it'd be great to be able to get hold of you rather than going through the channel managers, which sometimes the message doesn't get through. Is that okay? See, easy, easy, easy. And it's no problem. But if you're not doing this, if you are not collecting emails, if you're happy to have them blocked out by Airbnb and booking.com and leave it at that, you're not going to grow unless booking.com sends you more business. So how else can you obtain emails? It's very, very straightforward, guys. What you need to do is you need to have a great website for one, and you need to put what's called a lead magnet on your website. You can see a picture there of one of mine that says top 10 best places to visit in Dorset. And what it enables someone to do is to just enter their name and email address, and then they're going to get that guide sent through to them straight automatically, no matter what time of day or night it is, whenever they're on your website. And then that's going to go straight through to them. And that person is now in your email database. So obviously you're then able to communicate with them and let them know about your latest apartment offers. Fantastic way of doing things. Now, that person may not have been ready to actually go ahead and book on your apartment that day. But the last thing you want them doing is just disappearing, pressing the back button. They're gone. And then they go to another website and end up booking there. So it's very important for you to try and get as many of the actual name and email addresses of anybody who hits your website as humanly possible. And some other ideas for your lead magnet. I mean, I've used top 10 best places to visit, but also you can do top 10 restaurants, 5 must visit attractions, you know, so like maybe you're near London, that's going to be an easy deal for you. You know, Tower of London, Houses of Parliament, all this stuff. There's so many good things, you know, Windsor Castle and Legoland and all these kind of places. They can all be just put into a one-page guide and then easily sent as a PDF automatically using software I'm going to tell you about in a moment, and then through to the guests. And now you've got them, and you've also made them very happy by giving them something of value. Top 5 most beautiful places. Again, that's going to be very easy. Just go online and look on TripAdvisor for the best places to go. So really what it is an ethical bribe, I suppose, to obtain a person's email address that they obviously give you permission to then use. Now, providers for collecting those emails, like I said to you, you don't have to keep them on your own hard drive or put them in Excel and start doing crazy things like that. All you need to do is just have some online software such as MailerLite, which is my preference, especially for non-techie people. I think it's a really good, simple to use system. MailChimp, a little bit more complicated, but still pretty simple. And then for real power users, ActiveCampaign, which can do all kinds of clever automated stuff. But good old MailerLite will be perfectly fine, for example, to use with a lead magnet. And then also, you can have it delivered automatically, like I said, via the email software, which is known as an autoresponder. So in other words, someone submits their email, your system auto responds with what they've asked for. And now this, as I said, can just be set and forget, and you're going to get continuous leads from this. So this needs to be on your website. And if you don't have a website, you definitely need to go and get one. So moving on, here we go. What can you email about? So now you've got all these emails in your online database and your online software. What are you actually going to send to people to get them to drive to your website or go to your direct to your Tokeet site, Avivo, whatever, Kigo, and actually place a booking? Well, there's a ton of things when you use your imagination. I mean, you could literally send something every day if you wanted. I wouldn't recommend doing that, but at least perhaps once a week. You can talk about major events. So, for example, obviously Christmas. You can talk about, special days such as Mother's Day, Father's Day. Hey, take your family away for a treat. All of this kind of thing. Bank holidays, summertime, school holidays. There's so many different occasions and events throughout the year. Maybe you're having a massive concert near you. Go and check it out online. You can look for events in your area. Any excuse to mail your list as to why they should come and stay in your area at your lovely apartments needs to be in an email. And as you can see on the left-hand side, that's a screenshot of one of my mail shots. It looks really nice. It looks like a mini website almost in the email, but you can do that, I promise you, even if you're a complete technophobe. It's drag and drop. So you drag the picture over there, you drag the text over there, you choose what you want to put on your buttons, such as book now. You choose where that button goes to when they press it. It's pretty straightforward when you know how. So don't worry about the complexity of it. You can do it. And if you've got new apartments, that's another great reason to, contact people and let them know about your new apartments and perhaps offer an introductory offer for them to try it out and stay. If they're happy to provide a review, maybe, there's a little hint for you. And then also special promotions you want to do. You've got control now. Now, as many of you know who are running apartments already, you are going to be paying some commission out to Airbnb and Booking.com and so on. But usually it's about, certainly with Booking.com, 15% minimum. So you could easily offer a 10% special deal, a 10% off for booking direct with you and still be 5% better off. So there's some good reasons there to be emailing out like this. And if you've got great reviews on Booking.com, take a screenshot of them and then just put them into your email so you can tell people, and there's nothing like people seeing other people's great reviews. That is the way forward. I mean, that's an independent person who said how fantastic your apartment was. Get it in your email. And also it's another opportunity to spread that person across your social media channels so that you can get in touch with them later on. So you need to introduce them to your social media channels. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to have a quick poll, actually, with everybody who's attending right now. I just want to see, how many apartments do you currently operate, guys? If you can just click on the button there when you see it and just tell me which one it is, and we'll have a look at the results in the end. I'm very curious to see what kind of a crowd that we've got on tonight, and good to have you involved. So if you're wandering around and you're sort of half listening to this webinar, come back to the computer, jump on and just press the button. How many apartments do you operate? 1 to 3, 3 to 5, 5 to 10, or 10 plus? While I have another slurp of water. Okay, brilliant. So the vast majority of you, by the looks of things, I think I'll end the poll there unless there's any last minute takers. There we go. Okay, so all it was. So 56% of you have got 1 to 3 apartments, 25, 3 to 5, and 13, 5 to 10, and 6% of you have got 10 plus. So fantastic. So real good group of people we've got on tonight, definitely. So now I'm going to talk to you about secret number 2, and I think you're going to really like this. How to use Facebook to keep in touch with your guests and have them book direct. So what is the big deal about Facebook, and in particular, messenger marketing? Well, messenger marketing, we've all got Facebook Messenger on our phone. We all know what happens when, you go ahead and get a message, bing, straight up in a circle over the top of all your apps and right in your face. You can't miss it, and you almost have to touch it to get rid of it. So it's a very, very powerful strategy to put messages right in front of people. The other cool thing about messenger marketing is that it's also got way higher open rates compared to email. Now, email is still great, but at the same time, messenger, Christ, if somebody gets a message, they open it. It's just like an inbuilt response. They can't not look at it. And I've seen that with my marketing. It's very, very powerful. Now, how many people are actually using Messenger? Well, this picture here that you can see, the last recording there, I think, was August 2017, and there was 1.28 billion people now using Messenger. So it's become an extremely important way to communicate. And I'm sure many of you guys already use it. And then the other thing is, you don't need an email address from somebody if you've got them on Messenger. You can just then send the messages out en masse, and I'll show you a bit about that in a moment. You can also just build your own list of people in Messenger, potential guests, former guests, and then market to them just like email. That is, write one message, one promotional message, and press send, and it will go to the whole lot. So say, for example, you've got an empty apartment this weekend, then you could send a message out straight away to your entire list on Messenger and then fill that apartment rapidly. So it's a very, very powerful strategy. Now, how can you do it? How can you start building a list in Messenger? Well, there's a lot of different ways, and I'm going to share a couple with you now. So the first thing you can do is you can use Messenger live chat on your website. So you may have seen it on some websites already, but it's pretty new. But you could basically use Messenger live chat on your website. And also, you can have automated messages set up so that when they start talking, it actually responds to them with some useful information. So it's like having an automated helper on your website doing your job for you. So if you're a busy person, you don't want to keep responding to messages, well, let your automated messenger do the work for you. And once you've got them on your list, as I say, a vastly higher response rate. And I'm going to show you how high in a minute. It'll blow your mind. And then you can also use this in a very helpful way to people who have already booked with you. So you can deliver information over Messenger about your apartments directly, right to their phone, like how to find the apartment and things like that. Now, here's the statistics, guys. The average open rate of email is 23%. And the average click-through ratio, that's CTR, as in how many people click on a link within an email, perhaps to go and book an apartment or something, 3.3%. Now look at Messenger. What a powerhouse. Average open rate, 90%. And then the click-through ratio of 30%. So 10 times that of email. So this is where it's going. And this is what you need to be implementing in your business. Now, who would like an actual demonstration of exactly what I just told you about with the live chat and the automated system? Just let me know in chat now and I'll give you a proper demonstration of exactly how it works. I think you're going to really love it. Just let me know in chat and just say yes if you want me to give you a demo. Plus, it gives me a sneaky chance to have another drink. Okay, brilliant. All right, lots of yeses come through. Okay, guys. So here we go. I'm going to put it on right now and hopefully you are going to be able to hear and see everything. No problem. This is usually where things get a little bit scary. All right, guys, here we go then. Let's try it out. So here's a quick demo then of how it actually works in practice on your website. So as we open up the website, you can see straight away if the person's already logged in on Facebook, it's going to show a picture of them and actually put their name straight into the chat. So it really does draw your attention to the live chat as it comes up. And then when the person's sort of looking around the site, maybe they've got a question, they can click on chat now, and then the system will automatically give them a welcome message, and this can be customized. So you can see here it says, "Welcome Jason, thanks for checking out our website. Have you found your ideal apartment yet?" So they're either going to answer yes or no, of course, but we'll put no, not yet. Okay, so we click that. Now the automated system is going to say, okay, which area are you wanting to stay in? This is in case you have multiple areas of apartments. So I'm going to say, in that case, I want to go to Bournemouth. That's where we're looking for. So click Bournemouth, and now there we are. Okay, so you want to stay in Bournemouth? No problem. We have some lovely apartments there. Click the button below to view them and then check to see if your dates are available. So they can just click on there and it's just going to open up straight to the Bournemouth apartments that we've got there, and then they can go ahead and book. So really, really powerful, and it does all of this for you. And now if I go back to the beginning there and we'll choose a different scenario. Welcome Jason, thanks for checking out our website. Have you found your ideal apartment? The answer is yes, thanks. And then we're going to just give them a nice polite message there. Perfect Jason, have you been able to book through our website, or would you like further information? And now anything that they reply at this point is just going to come straight through to Messenger on your phone. So you can answer them, you know, immediately or whenever you get a moment. So you've got that connection with the person who's on your site looking to book an apartment, but also they've had some good automatic customer support. So can you see how powerful this strategy is? Now, the other thing that you can do is you can actually send information about your apartment, such as a guest book in a PDF or something, right from your channel manager. So here I'm logged into my channel manager in Home Apartments, and this is my template area here in Tokit. And you can see this little link here that says send me apartment details. And we've said here to make sure you have all the information about the apartment before you arrive, just click the link below and we'll message it to your phone. So now I'm going to switch to my phone and I'm going to show you what happens when the person actually opens that email and they're presented with that link, what actually happens. So one moment while I switch to my phone. Okay, so here I am now on my phone and I've just got my email come through that says apartment guidebook. Dear Jason, not long until your stay and we're excited that you've chosen to stay in one of our apartments. So make sure you have all the information about the apartment before you arrive. Just click the link below and we'll message it to your phone. So let's just click that link now and we'll open that up and bing, there you go. Hi Jason, thanks for requesting the details about our Headway apartments so you can hit the ground running when you arrive. Just click the button below to download the apartment guest book.
and then we'll just click download guide, and then that will come straight through to our phone, and then we're able to view everything about the apartment before we even get there, which is just saving you a lot of aggravation. There's the link, you can see information. And then I've also done an automated message here saying here's a photo of the building too, so you know you're in the right place. So very, very helpful. And you can give them a link to Google Maps. You can do all sorts of things to improve the guest experience and get them to be able to find that apartment without you getting involved. So as you can see, a very powerful strategy, and one you need to be implementing, now to get ahead of the competition.
So there you go, guys. Can you see how powerful that is? That is an awesome system, and it's quite straightforward to implement when you know how. Cool. So lots of people are saying yes, yes, yes. Yeah, you're definitely right. This is cutting edge stuff, and it's what you need to be doing now. So let's now move on to Facebook retargeting. So you can show an advert to people who viewed your website. So they went to your website, but they didn't book. That's another really solid way of getting bookings. So in other words, you just put a tiny bit of code into your website, dead easy to do. And then anybody who visits that website, i.e. yours, and then goes off to Facebook later, you can make an advert show up for them to remind them to come back and then book your apartment. And it's a much better way of doing it than just blindly advertising and just hoping you get somebody who's interested in booking. This person has actually come through, already been to your website, and now we're just bringing them back. And because of that, the actual booking conversion rate is really, really good. Tricia mentioned, is it a free feature with Messenger? That particular feature with the software that I'm using is $12 per month. So about £8 or £9. I think we can definitely manage that. And for what it does, it's incredible. And then also you can show this advert, like I say, to anybody who's on your email list. So if they're on Facebook and you've got their email, you can send all the emails to Facebook. Facebook will then do its best to mark that email address against a Facebook user so that you can then show them adverts too. So everybody on your email list you can start targeting them with ads. How fantastic is that? And because of this, you're just going to get very high conversion rates. And the cost of this is literally sort of pennies, really, to bring people back to your site, just a few pence. So it's a great way of doing things. So secret number 3, get traffic to your website for free from the search engines. Before I go on, is everyone enjoying this so far? Just let me know that everyone's getting something from this presentation and you're finding it useful so far, guys. Let me know. Brilliant. All right, great. Lots of people saying yes, so that's good. So get traffic to your website for free from the search engines. How do we do that? Well, we need to get your website ranked, and there's only really one search engine, let's be honest, that we really care about now in this year, and that is Google. So one way that I recommend using or getting to the top of Google is to, first of all, use the right kind of website. And the best platform is actually WordPress. You've probably heard of WordPress. Guys, WordPress, it now powers 23% of the entire web, as in 23% of every website that you see is now WordPress. So it is incredibly powerful. It's free and updated constantly by a team of genius programmers at no cost whatsoever to you. So that is why 23% of the web is now using WordPress. It's brilliant. And you need to regularly add content to your website too. And there's so many things you can add. You can add articles to your website, and you can talk about, events that are coming up and how getting accommodation is a must and booking early and all of these kind of things. There's so many clever ways of adding content to your website to pull people in. And you can research for free online the keywords that people are actually using to find apartments on Google. So for example, they might type in family accommodation for 5 Southampton, you know, or yeah, room for 5 people or something like that. And that's the kind of things that you want to be coming up for. And obviously service departments in Bath or whatever, or Dorset. And so one other way that you can help yourself by get higher in Google, and God knows I've been doing this for years now, is to get other websites to link to yours. So other websites, even other apartment owners, you guys should all be talking, because at the end of the day, if you've got apartments in Southampton and you know someone who's got an apartment group in, say, Liverpool, there's absolutely no harm whatsoever in you having a link on your website somewhere saying looking for apartments in Liverpool, and then a link going to their website and vice versa. That helps you both out in the search engines, because it's telling Google what your website is about. And the more websites that tell Google what your website is about, the better, because it thinks you must be important. It's like votes. It's just the same as a vote in an election. The more votes you get, you know, the higher up you get. And it's the same with links to your website. So there's ways of doing this. Now, I'm going to assume that you've listened to me and you've gone and started your own WordPress service department website. And you can install a free search engine optimization plugin. It's called just a plugin. You just literally click add plugin, and then there's a free search engine optimization system that will just go straight into your website. Dead easy to set up and use, and it makes your website rank better straight away. A lot better. So guys, just to be clear, SEO stands for search engine optimization. You've probably heard it over the years. If you've had any kind of online business, that's what it stands for. And then you need to optimize all the page titles. So you can see in the red box there on the right hand side, that's some Google search results. I can't remember what term I used in that particular search results there, but you can see above me in the red, there is a Prestige Apartments Situ, which are a massive group, and also UK, well, hotels.com. So I'm right up there with the big boys, and I'm actually directly above Silverdor Apartments, which are also a massive, solid, big company with millions of pounds of revenue. So, and not only that, I've got 2 positions in that top 10 on Google because I add content in the form of a blog and I use WordPress. So very powerful. It's a great way to get multiple pages in the search engines and also push out your competitors, because I'm sorry to say, but it's true. This is a competitive business and you need to be pretty ruthless. You just do. So the descriptions are the blue parts, guys. You see the blue words, service departments in pool air, luxury, short-term apartments and so on. The blue words are the titles. The words underneath in gray are the descriptions. And then keywords you just have throughout the content on your page and also in the description if you can as well. And then add keywords as well as tags. And you can do that in WordPress. So you can add a whole load of different keywords that people might type in to get you and get it in there. So this is a good way to try and get ranked up in Google. And the bottom line is more free traffic to your website equals commission-free bookings, which is what we're all trying to do, is get more commission-free bookings. So now let's move on to secret number 4, and one that you could probably all do with about this time of year for sure. It's all about getting more midweek company and contractor bookings. So one way that you can do this is just right now. And in fact, if you haven't been doing this as you're going along, I would definitely be going back through your bookings to try and identify company bookings. So from booking.com, you usually get, your guest details come through into your channel manager. And you can see clearly there with the 2 arrows, I've highlighted one, BBJ Construction Company. And then the email address is also a giveaway because it's a company email address. It's something at bj-construction, .com. So that is clearly a company booking. And I tell you, with this particular one, because I saw it come through and my virtual assistant, noticed it straight away, I was able to telephone that company up and then get them to book for about another 4 or 5 weeks. They were fitting out a couple of stores in my local shopping center. I think it was like a new look or something. They were doing a complete refit. And what happens with these company bookings, and I'm sure some of you already know this, but they're not loyal. You know, they go on booking.com. Sometimes it's a girl in the office who's just told, you know, get the lads some accommodation in Southampton. And so she goes on booking.com, types in the number of guys, looks for a place, picks the cheapest, job done. So they'll do that the next week. And the next week, they tend to book 1 week at a time because they don't know sometimes how long the job will last. So it's very important that you gain their loyalty straight away. So what I did was telephone them up, say, hi, how you doing? I see you've got a booking here for this week. Did you need any accommodation for next week? And then I found out obviously what they were up to. And I said, well, how about we just like book you in for every week for the next month? And, you know, you can just pay each week. And that's how we did it. And so I had them for ages. It was brilliant. And they're stress-free bookings Monday to Thursday night, because they always disappear Friday morning, work that day and then go home on the Friday. And then that is just in time for the tourist trade to come on the weekend, in my case. So you can contact the company directly over the phone, or you can email them, of course, you know, especially if you get their email address like we did there. And then you need to find out if they need accommodation for the following weeks or months and just try and build a relationship up with them. And if needs be, you know, don't ask, by the way, don't ask, oh, you know, or say, hey, we'll give you 10% off straight away, you know, if you're booking with us. Wait, just say, yeah, it might be easier actually, you know, Dave, if you book direct with us, then we can look after you, you know, make sure you get you the best apartment. How does that sound? Okay, great. Don't go giving away money for nothing. But if you need to, you can offer them a 5% discount as an incentive for booking direct. So hopefully you guys found that useful. So there we are. That is the majority of tonight's presentation. But we're going to do a really good Q&A as well at the end. And I've got your free gift, which is that massive list of all the places that you can possibly advertise your apartments online. So guys, who would like to know more about how you can increase bookings in 2018 and beyond, and basically implement everything that I've shown you tonight? Just let me know in chat, and then I'll move on and I'll tell you a little bit about our training program specifically for service department operators. Okay, lots of yeses coming through. I'll tell you, very happy to tell you about it. And I think a lot of you are going to find this extremely useful, not only just for serviced accommodation, but for any business online. So let me just tell you a bit about it. It's the only dedicated course probably in the universe specifically for service department operators to help you get more bookings. So it's a 6-week online course, and I'm going to tell you what's involved with each week. They're like mini courses, these are. Each week is like a mini course in itself. So week 1, email marketing. We're going to talk about a cost-effective way to increase your bookings and then create brand loyalty, which is what we want. We want people booking again and again with you. So I'm going to teach you how to get those emails from guests automatically, how to set up that email marketing software online. Literally, you're going to be watching over my shoulder as I do it. So, you know, it's literally like you're literally behind me, just looking over and watching me set the whole thing up so that you can copy it. And then how to make your emails look really professional and amazing. What exactly to write to them and send to your list to get the bookings. Now, of course, I've even given you some examples, emails in this course of what to send that have got me bookings. And then how to automate your email marketing as well. So this MailerLite system will do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. You write emails, you can schedule them out, and it will send out emails for you to your list and automatically get you bookings. So very, very useful. This is like a mini course, as I say, week 1. Week 2, I'm going to show you how to build, if you want to, how to build your own entire website designed to get direct commission-free bookings. So I'm assuming you know nothing. And if you've already got a website, no problem. You are going to get a lot out of week 2 because I'm going to show you how to optimize it and how to get really high in the search engines. But I'm also going to show you, if you want to know, how to set up a website completely from scratch, how to apply a theme to make it look really nice, like you can see there in the picture, and then how to get visitors to your website for free and get ranked in search engines like Google, and then how to link your apartments to the channel manager booking pages so that you can take direct bookings on your website. So that is a complete course within a course, really thorough, again, over the shoulder videos, so you get to see everything. And I specialize really in taking non-technical people and helping them achieve things like this. And we've had several people who've done my course who've done this right from scratch and love it, that they can now make a website. And it doesn't just have to be for serviced accommodation. They're able to make their own company website. They can do whatever they want now because they understand how to host and set everything up themselves. Week 3, I'm going to talk to you about the lead magnets that you need to have on your website so you can automatically build you a list of potential guests and stop people running away from your website without doing anything. So I'm going to go through what exactly a lead magnet is, how to go and make one quickly and easily, how to put in into your website so you can pull in the most leads, and then how to deliver your lead magnet automatically via the MailerLite system. So all done for you. I'll even tell you where you can go and get your lead magnet made as well. So you don't even have to do it yourself. If you don't want to write out the best places in your area or something like that, don't worry. I'll show you someone who can go and do that for next to nothing and give it to you within 48 hours. Then week 4, we're going to go over Facebook Messenger training. This is, as you've already seen, a super unbelievable hot tactic online right now, and it helps you connect with your guests in another way. You are going to be on the forefront of this, and it is the next thing after email. So I'm going to give you a full introduction to Messenger, how to grow your Messenger subscriber list, just like your email list, automatically for free, how to set up Facebook Messenger as live chat on your own website. And guys, it does work with Tokeep websites. Any of those sites, you can put Facebook Messenger live chat on. So don't worry about that. And then also how to send automated messages to your subscribers to get them to book for you. So you've got like a mini assistant on your website doing the work for you. Well, so you can just get on with your life. Week 5, I'm going to go into a lot more detail about how to get company bookings to fill your apartments up in the week and how to target them via booking.com, the system to then get them to book direct with you, how to get a mailing list as well of targeted companies in your area that are highly likely to need serviced accommodation for their staff. Now that's a real good one. And then you don't want to be licking envelopes and stamps and all of that stuff. So I'm going to show you a system that online you literally can put in your letter, put in your addresses, and then it will send them the letter for like 70 pence through the mail direct to the company. So a very powerful strategy. And this is the stuff that can potentially make you thousands and thousands of pounds in bookings, because companies do spend a lot of money on bookings and sometimes for months. Then I'm going to do a full Facebook ads mini course. So I'm going to assume again that you know nothing about Facebook ads at all. And I'm going to teach you the whole thing. And you can use this for your serviced accommodation business, of course. That's our priority here. But also you'll be able to use this for any other business that you have that has a website. So this is going to be really valuable training for you. So how to set up a Facebook ads account from scratch, how to install a Facebook pixel, and you'll learn all about them in the course, how to create custom audiences. And that's a great system there to put everybody that's in your email list straight into Facebook ads. And then how to create ads to drive people back to your own website. And I even give you real examples of ads, so you don't even have to think about what to write. So here you go then. Here's an overview of everything we've just gone through there. Week 1 is the email marketing course. Week 2 is the apartment website course. And then week 3 is the lead magnets course. Week 4, we're doing the dedicated Facebook Messenger training course. Then week 5, the company bookings course, so we can get those apartments all nicely booked up. And then week 6, Facebook ads course. So they really are like courses within a course. There's actually over 60 videos. They're all to the point. There's no fluff, and they're nicely segregated out so you can get to the exact part of training you want to get to when you want. You'll have access to the entire lot from the moment you buy. You're not going to have to wait week by week. And there's over 4 hours of training specifically for serviced apartment operators. You're going to get lifetime access to the course and also free updates. I don't charge for updates. I don't charge you every year. That is it. You are going to have access to this course and everything that comes with it thereafter. And you can jump online, you know, from a phone even, a computer, whatever, to access this course. And we're also going to give you some killer webinar only bonuses if you decide to get started with me tonight. You're also going to go into my Facebook support group, lifetime access in there worth £1,200. You are going to be able to ask questions at any time you want. I'll give you rapid answers to help and support you. And that includes technical stuff too, about websites, anything you need, I am there for you. And then also my channel manager email templates. Now, I'm sure you've all got your own if you're already using channel managers, but you might want to just compare them with mine. I've gone to town on them. You know, loads of information in there for guests, lots of things to help get good reviews. I'm going to give you all of those templates in a Word doc, and you can copy and paste them straight into your own systems. And of course, they're also designed to get emails from people so that we can then continue to market to them. And then company booking letter templates. I'm going to give you 2 of my tried and tested letter templates that I've sent out en masse to my targeted list and that have gained me bookings, and they can do the same for you. I'm also going to give you my Facebook ad templates, the ones that we've personally used to drive bookings to our properties, and also give you a 2-sided flyer template that you can just send to your printer and just adjust. It's all designed for you, front and back, and you can keep these in your apartments so that when guests come, they can take the flyer away and then book with you direct again. So you can put your website address on there, and it's a beautiful looking thing. Oh, I should put a picture in here actually next time. And I'm also going to give you my 2018 KPI spreadsheet, which is a really big spreadsheet that I've done. You just plug in your monthly bookings, all the bookings from, you know, booking.com, Airbnb, and it'll draw you pie charts automatically and graph all of your average daily rates, how much you're getting per night, what's your average stay length. Everything will be done for you. Just tap in your figures. And that spreadsheet is, you know, has proven to be super popular. Helps you keep a real good track of the increase in bookings you're going to get from doing this course. So, you know, as a recap, if all the course helped you do was just get even an extra couple of bookings a week, you know, I mean, imagine that for like a year. 2 extra bookings a week for a year would be a fortune. It could add thousands and thousands to your bottom line. Would it be worth it? And even if we were able to start filling your apartments in the midweek, would it be worth it? And perhaps very importantly, if it gave you the skills that you need to market your serviced accommodation business or any other online business that you ever have, would it be worth it? And of course it would. Well, I'm totally confident, having had lots of people gone through this course now already and the results that they're getting, that I'll give you 100% full money back guarantee if after doing the whole course and putting each step into action, you don't get extra bookings that exceed the value of this course. You can just request a refund if it doesn't. So I can't say fairer than that. I'm putting the entire course on the line there for you. So what do people think about it? Well, here's some great results here. David on the left, I turned 2 of my properties into serviced accommodation, but struggled to get the booking I expected, causing me a lot of stress. Just the training on booking.com alone caused almost immediate bookings to come in. Working my way through the rest of the course now and really impressed with the results so far. Thank you. And then Marianne there, loving the course so far and already can see things I need to do ASAP to get my occupancy rates up. Thanks for creating a course so perfectly suited to helping get more bookings because it was becoming a real problem, especially over the winter months. And then finally, the course has helped me to achieve a systemized marketing process to save so much time. the different types of software you can use to maximize the marketing for your business is amazing. There are many great tips and tricks disclosed on this course to get your apartments more bookings, and I absolutely recommend it. And that's from Bina, and you'll see them in the group. So really, really proud, very, very pleased of that. Now, guys, the normal cost of this course, if you go onto my website now on online property courses, you would pay $797. But if you decide to join this course, if you think it's a worthwhile investment for your business, then I'm going to give it to you for $497 tonight. Or you can make 2 payments of $297. And I've just put the link into the actual course, so you can go and grab that deal right now. Just click the Get Started Now, and you'll be sent through to our secure checkout. So all very, very simple. Or you can order by going to bit.ly, which is bit.ly/fill my apartment, all one word. So can't say fairer than that, guys. So there we go. So yeah, I mean, the one thing I didn't put in there, actually, I keep forgetting to put this in. I've done like an emergency action plan, which is a list that's in the bonus section that I recommend everybody goes to straight away when they buy the course. Just go straight in there, go to the bonus section and click on Fast Action Plan. And it shows you or gives you a big list of things like a rapid action plan to getting more bookings straight away, things you should adjust in booking.com. Lots of real cool techniques to get bookings very, very quickly. So that's the first place that I recommend that everybody goes to. For those of you that decide to join us tonight, is just jump into the bonus section on the course. So a few questions have come in, and I'm very happy to answer that right now. Let me just take a little look. I've got to read through. There's tons of people on this webinar and a lot of questions coming through. So I've got to whiz through as best as I can. Let me just take a little look here. Does the course, Maggie says, does the course include future updates? If the software changes, for example? Great question, Maggie. Yes, it does, because software does change. We know that, the admin of booking.com changes, all sorts of things change. So as they change, don't worry, I'll just do a new video. So I'll do a new video and then upload it straight into the system. So yeah, you definitely will be getting any new updates for free. Ahmed asked, how long do we get access to the course for? So it's not actually going to be like 12 months or anything like that. It is permanent. So there's no plans to charge you again. This is a one-off payment, $497, and then that's it. You've got access to this full dedicated service department marketing course. And yeah, somebody else just said here, let's take a little look here. Just trying to read through these questions. There's just so many of them. Okay, how quickly will the course help me to get more bookings if I decide to go ahead, says Karen. Well, the answer is very quickly. I'll tell you one thing you need to do is, like I said, you need to go to that bonus section. That's the first place I'd be going, and definitely get the list of all the action points that you need to make sure to increase your bookings straight away. Definitely go there, especially if you're a bit low on bookings now. That's the first thing that you need to do. So yeah, it can have a very quick impact, literally within days. I've had people within hours change some things on booking.com and immediately get company bookings. So yeah, it's pretty valuable. Nazim said, how does this course compare to other ones available? Well, the answer is, Nazim, as to my knowledge, there is no other course dedicated to the marketing of serviced apartments. So I'd say it compares pretty favorably. You're only going to be able to have like literally 1 or 2 bookings, and it's going to cover the cost of this entire course. And thereafter, you're going to make an incredible return on investment. So very, very good. Other question, guys, have you got any more questions here? Let me just take a look. Yeah, Srija, you would probably be best off with my other course, which is for people who have not got serviced apartments yet, or they've got 1 or 2 and want to expand. That's the serviced accommodation super class. We actually did a webinar on that yesterday, which was a bit of a car crash, but I sent out a replay to everybody this morning. So that's what I would recommend there. I'll answer all of your questions by email as well, Srija, because I know you've asked quite a few. That's no problem. Young, you have asked, which is the place to use to get a free website? Well, the way that we get a free website is through WordPress, Young, but I would recommend hosting it. That is, putting it on your own server. You can get them for 10, 15 pounds a month, super cheap. So we show you how to do the entire thing in the course, no problem. So welcome aboard, those of you that have already just joined. I can see there's a few people joined. I'll keep the offer open for the next 9 minutes for those of you that want to jump on. Somebody just said they had a problem going through the checkout. What it is, sometimes when you're buying online, you know what your banks are like. They get a little bit crazy sometimes if they see an online transaction. You probably just have to give them a quick call, or you might even get a text message through. I think Barclays does that, and you just confirm whether the transaction was okay and that you did it with a yes or a no. So that's probably what that is actually, David. So don't worry too much. And if you have a problem, you can always drop me an email to info@onlinepropertycourses.com, and then I'll help get that through for you. So, and also welcome. Let's have a little look here. Will this course teach somebody non-technical to be able to do online marketing? Yes, it will, Oliver. That's exactly what it's aimed for. I assume nothing. In this course, I assume you don't really know anything about SEO or Google rankings and WordPress and stuff. So I talk you through it in the training, in a very kind of novice way, just to the point so that you can use it, you can do it, and you can start taking action to get, more reservations for your apartments and make more money. Sudhakar, great question. If you're paying in 2 payments, when is the next one due? If you do 2 payments, one will be now and then the other one in a month's time. But you'll get full access to the course right now. Is the checkout secure if we shop online? Yes, it is, Brian. Yeah, 100% secure military encryption checkout. You just go in, enter your details, and then when you press submit, what will happen is your card will get charged, and then you'll get an email straight away with the login details to the course. So you can be looking through it tonight and starting to take action tonight. And even though it's a 6-week course, we're not going to make you wait week by week. You get access to the entire thing right now. But I don't recommend rushing through it. The best thing to do is to go to the bonus section, download the quick action list, and then start from the beginning and systematically put each thing that I show into action so that you can start, increasing your bookings. You want to do everything in the course. Why not? It may be that just a little tweak there, and that's it. You are going to be in the clear. And ultimately this course costs money, but money, it can be replaced. Time can't be. And nor can, of course, the thousands of pounds of lost bookings that you're experiencing at the moment by not doing what's inside the course. I think that's perhaps the most important. How quickly do you get the videos once you book? Alex, it's immediate. It's literally immediate. You'll have an email come through straight away with your login details, and then you're off and running. Guys, I really want to thank you for coming tonight, by the way. Really appreciate it. I'm going to put that bonus channel list. There you go. That's now appeared. So I'll give you a couple of minutes to be able to download that straight to your hard drive. It'll open up in Excel, or if you're an online guy, you can use Google Sheets or something. That's no problem. Doesn't matter whether you're on a Mac or whatever. I think you can use, is it Pages on a Mac? No, not Pages. I forget. Numbers. You can use Numbers on a Mac to open it too. So you can access all of those places to advertise your apartments. So guys, let me know. Did you enjoy tonight's training? I hope you did. But you're the judge. Did you enjoy tonight's training? Did you get something out of it? Just let me know in chat. That'd be great. Okay, brilliant. Okay, thank you very much. Good. I'm glad you did. I tried to go through as much as I can in the time that we had. Obviously, I'm giving you an overview here because the detail is in the course, because that's taken hours to do, and I can't sit here on a webinar and do that. you need to be able to rewind things too. That's the benefit of an online course, is that you can actually rewind and then go over it again and again. So that's one of the things that people have reported to me about online property courses that they like the most, is the fact that when they've forgotten, they can just come back and do it again. And of course, when you're in a classroom at a conference or whatever, you're at a seminar, you take notes. You can't really just put your laptop out on the table. It just doesn't look great. And you've got to then remember what you've written and the context in which you've written it, like 3 months down the line. So even if, guys, if you're not ready to actually buy this course, then don't worry. I mean, you can buy it now, and then you can actually use it later. You can use it when you are ready to implement the content, because if anything's changed in between now and when you decide to take the course, I'll have updated it anyway. So Zoe, warm welcome to you. That's great to have you on board, and I really look forward to supporting you in the Facebook group. Really enjoyed having everybody online tonight, and thank you, Alex, Rija, Sudhakar, Rob. No worries. Fantastic. Trisha, everybody who's come tonight, there's so many of you, I can't read your names all out. Marilyn, how you doing? Karina, brilliant. I'm going to leave this with you on the screen for a moment. Has anybody got any last questions for me just before I end tonight's webinar and close down the deal? Okay, brilliant. Okay, no, I think we're all good. That's all perfect. So brilliant. Well, I look forward to helping you guys who've bought the course. I'm really excited to be working with you. You're going to come in and meet all the other members who've bought exactly like you guys. They're very passionate about creating extra revenue, extra bookings. So we share a lot of information within the group, and I'll give you access to that. The best thing to do is to add me as a friend on Facebook, and then it makes it a lot easier for me to then add you into the group, because I can just literally click add member, type your name, and then press on you and you're in. And then, as I say, you'll get the course straight through, and we can start working through it to get you some more bookings. So thank you very much, absolutely everybody. And I will see you very soon. I'll just leave this up for 2 more minutes until the counter goes out. So great. See you all soon, guys. And thank you very much for attending. Have a wonderful evening.